Hey Carmen, good morning.
Morning.
Today I want us to discuss about a quote that basically it's about having right in a conversation, or being right in a conversation, or in our day-to-day talks. And I brought Epictetus' quote for this. It says the following: "If you seek truth, you will not seek to gain a victory by every possible means. And when you have found truth, you need not fear being defeated." How is your view on the quote?
Let's say the immediate reaction I have is amazing, which is very, very close to Epictetus. And it's a saying, let's say, that I use in the coaching when I say, do you want to be right or you want to be successful? You see, so it's almost the same thing, right? If you want to be right, which means that you want a victory, then you are not as much interested in the truth.
True.
And then if you are interested in the truth, or let's say into the progress or going forward or successful, let's say, which is in that quote, is that you want to follow the truth. So any case, coming back to the coaching practice, which is, I say, the way I would see the application of this quote in the coaching practice is that a lot of times we insist on being right. That means we insist on having the victory because we are so afraid to question the fundamentals of our beliefs or the fundamentals of our judgments or our assessments or our positions. That means we are afraid. It's like our life depends on it. Makes sense? So then, because we have such a, in fact, it's an emotional attachment to our position, is not an intellectual or, let's say, rational or reasoned attachment, right? It's an emotional attachment. Now, if it is an emotional attachment, it means that does not necessarily come from the thinking, does not necessarily come from the reason, does not necessarily come from a logical, whatever demonstration we have done. But it starts, or it is attached emotionally because we have the fear that if it's not that way, then we will disappear. So it's like that is the emotional attachments, right? It's like the attachment of the child that either he is right or he will disappear. And so then if I go back to the coaching practice, the thing that we are, I would say, experiencing throughout the coaching practice is what I call it already, I mentioned it, co-creation. Now, the co-creation is that it's a playing piano with four hands, right? So we play the same piano. It's we are constructing the truth. We are constructing probably a good strategy for my client. And these constructions happens in co-creation. That means we do contribute one and another one. And so there is no such a thing as I'm right and you are right or you are wrong. It's both contributions are welcomed, and both contributions are attempts to create that truth. Makes sense? So what is exceptional in that sense, that the coaching practice or the coaching moments or the coaching, let's say, reality offers a learning situation in which the client is experiencing how to say that, the lack of judgment from the other. That means experience a situation where there is no right or wrong. There is no I'm right, you are wrong, but it's a situation where both we are right or both we are wrong. It doesn't really matter, because what we do is we experience that construction, then hopefully will stay standing. And so the way that I will go for this Epictetus saying is to say that the immediate application in a coaching is the co-creation that happens in a coaching exercise or in the coaching session. And that absence of judgment, that absence of evaluation. So it doesn't matter, because we are two contributing to the creation of that, let's call it truth, that comes at the end, and we don't even remember who was right or wrong, because we were contributing and we were so busy in the contribution that we were not certainly busy with the assessment of the contributions. Makes sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds like you are both in the same mission and you're not confronting whose mission is better.
That is absolutely.
And the client is aware of it. And
exactly, we are rowing in the same boat, and it doesn't matter which stroke is better than the other. Absolutely, as long as the boat advances.
And he is open to even be wrong, as long as you will correct, or you'll contribute, or you will help him see if it's correct or not, but not as a victory, but as a step forward.
Exactly. I would say that I'm not necessarily there to correct, I'm there to give another opinion, and then I let this opinion kind of take over the previous ones, or and sometimes his opinion, my client's opinion, to take over mine. But what is the most important thing, and in that sense you are right, is there is no judgment. There is the absence of judgment. We are effectively rowing in the same direction, and the only, how would I call this? The only impact we measure is the fact that the boat is advancing. Well, I think that that's a good image.
Yeah, it was indeed a very good example and quote. And I want to thank you again for the time taken to spend it for our Monday Boost.
Thank you very much.